So it's time for another shaky iPhone video. But hey, as I have a 4K camera, or at least as 4K as an iPhone camera can possibly be, I thought I'd give it a quick go in my nice tidy living room. As you can see, I have a Model 2 PS3 here. I'm taking this apart and I don't even know what it is. How good am I? And I just thought I would show those who are interested some of the dust traps and whatnot on this before I completely put it back together. Now this is a machine that I basically built from spare parts. Primarily, so my mother had some way of watching Netflix and whatnot with some form of ease, and I got her into a little bit of gaming. She played a little bit of original Little Big Planet and stuff like that, which is always nice, gives her something to do, and she's a lady who doesn't have much to do at the moment, so it was all good. But unfortunately, there was a power issue. The machine just decided one day to completely die. It turned out to be the power supply unit. This is a replacement one that I have to get the machine working, but that went in there completely clean. As you can see now, it's not so clean. That was after about 2-3 hours worth of use. Now the reason being is because of all of this dust. Now, my mother is a very clean person and is a very tidy person as well, but she's not an electronics expert. I mean, I wouldn't call myself an electronics expert, but still, you know, to take apart a PlayStation 3 is well beyond what she knows how to do, and to be fair, she shouldn't have to either. I mean, I'm quite capable of doing all this sort of thing, so it's kind of my job. But having a little look, I mean, obviously, as you can see, the fan is quite dusty. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's not bad, but hey, as I've got it open, I might as well. What actually killed the PlayStation just seemed to have been a bad power supply. I can't see any actual reason why this would have failed. You can probably see there's a little bit of tobacco staining on the top of this Blu-ray drive. Again, that's not my mother. She's never smoked a day in her life at all. This is literally because I built this machine from, I think it was about 3 different machines. But anyway, the motherboard is all fine and whatnot. I mean, it wasn't that long ago when I put it together. Well, I say that, it's been well over a year at least. But with all my PlayStation 3s, including my custom white one that's over there, the one that I also built, that started off life as a black PS3, but I got a nice aftermarket white case for it. We've got my backwards compatible fat PS3 down there with the 4 USB ports on it. I've got a backup one over there as well. There's the old X Arcade, which if you don't know what the X Arcade is, I had a black one that I've showcased on my YouTube channel where you get to see it in action. That's what I would have called the beta box. So that's the one that I did all the software testing on. That's the one that's got the most amount of games and everything else on as well. And it's also the one with the working but incomplete UI. So that's perfectly good for me. I'm quite happy with it. You know, it works, etc. But that's not because I used to make them, so to speak. That one, as I say, was my air quotes beta box. But anyway, back to this and dust and whatnot. So obviously the machine sucks air in through the front. There's some vents that are down the bottom here, as you can see my fingers through there. And the fan is a blower style fan, sucks it in, blows it over the heat sinks, through the power supply and out. Which is probably one of the main causes of failure on these machines, is the fact that hot air is being blown from here, from the heat sinks, straight into the power supply. Now I'm not saying that's a design flaw. To be honest, the Model 2 PS3, the PS3 Slim, they seem to be the most reliable out of the lot. The Model 3, with its sliding top-loading Blu-ray, is a nice machine, but is not the most reliable out of the lot. It's a lot more reliable than the old fat PS3s, but these units seem to be the most reliable out of the lot. They're certainly the ones that I come across for repairs a lot less. And I repair and customise a lot of PS3s. So, where are the main sort of traps? Well, obviously the front loading drive is a big issue. It's got this nice fuzz on it, which is there primarily to protect the discs and whatnot for when you put it in and whatnot, but there's still kind of a mess. Your CPU and GPU heat sinks at the back tend to get a little bit full, and then obviously if it's sucking in that dust and whatnot through there, it goes into the power supply. So effectively it's just a few screws on the bottom, although one of the feet is a false foot, which is the one in this corner here, so don't take that one off. Other than that, you can undo the screws, because I'm fairly sure that all of these are out of warranty now, to be quite honest. You can then remove the top chassis, which is down here. And then effectively, a nice can of compressed air or something would do quite nicely to clean it out. You'd be amazed at how far you can extend a machine's life simply by cleaning it. It's really quite intriguing how that works. But if it is really compacted with dust and things, with your blower style fan, there's a cable that wraps around here and into this socket. Just unplug it, obviously moving the power supply out of the way, which is 2 screws on either end. You undo this cable from it, and then these 2 prongs are plugged into it, so it will be a little bit stiff, but you just pull it up. And then all you have to do is there's 2 screws either side, Phillips head screws, pop the blower out, and then give it a clean. It's really nice and easy, and to be quite honest, well within the realms of anybody to do, I suppose. All you need, Phillips screwdriver. I tend to use one with a thicker head for the screws at the bottom, and then a small flathead screwdriver just to take out the feet and whatnot without damaging anything. So there it is. This machine I think has been on the channel before, although I can't quite remember at the moment. But I doubt it will be back on the channel ever again. But that's how you clean out a PS3 effectively. So thank you very much for watching all. Comment, subscribe, etc. Catch us on Twitter. And I will see you all in the next video.